Hey y'all, I am so excited for this video because it's just one of those videos where the message is just so clear, and I also feel good about validating people that are scapegoated, because when you are being ostracized or being scapegoated, it's easy to believe that you're alone in this world or no one else is going through what you're going through, and chances of people who are in your immediate environment understanding the situations are pretty low. So I feel good about knowing that someone who needs such a message will find it, and it will just validate their reality. Because when you're going through this, it is so easy to think that you're being crazy or you're being delusional or you're thinking too highly of yourself. But the thing is, y'all, you're not. They are in a secret competition with you. There's nothing crazier than finding out or just realizing that you are in the middle of an unspoken competition. And I'm getting that, you are someone who is like realizing that you are just put in the middle of a marathon and you're looking around. Everyone is staring. Everyone knows that, okay, this is a running competition, but it's like you are just put there. You are not prepared. You are just living your life, but somehow you are put in a unspoken competition. I'm getting that you are someone who is influential without realizing it. The thing is, you have been learning to be yourself. You have your own personality, your own mind, and your mistake is thinking that everyone is operating the same way. A lot of people do not have an identity of their own, and as human beings, we are a group species. Like we thrive better in groups, and the thing is, with these groups, they create a safety and it has a comfort zone where you never really have to explore your own identity, and you can have a group identity. But there are people like you who know that it is important, while it is important for your mental health and stuff to have a community around you. You understand that it is also important that you have your own identity. And what I'm getting is, you also don't expect people to be like you. It's like you operate in a different way where you think that people should be allowed to be different, and then attract people that are complementary to them, not people who are the same as them, but complementary. And complementary things do not have to be the same. They can be different and complement each other. Their differences is exactly what makes them to be in alignment with each other. But not everyone thinks like this, y'all. I don't think a majority of human beings think like this. A lot of groups feel like you should put your identity aside and just play whatever role they give you. And because of your independent or interdependent mindset, you get the role of being scapegoated, because you just expose the shadows of the group. You expose the parts that people do not want to acknowledge. Okay, and just the way you are shows people what they could be if they didn't rely on external validation so much. Okay, because a lot of people are pretending. They also think that you are pretending. You're not really this amazing. You're not really this consistent. You're not really disciplined. You're not really creative. You're not really kind. You're not really bubbly and just innocent and whatever. They think that you're putting on an act because they are also putting on an act. And the thing is, their mindset doesn't entirely come out of nowhere. The truth is, a lot of people in this world have a mask, and maybe you as well. Once upon a time, you had a mask, the mask of people pleasing, acting good. When you weren't as brave as you are right now, you had a mask. So because people do not want to feel so bad about the fact that they are putting on a mask, assuming that other people as well are pretending makes them feel better about their own pretense. You know what I'm saying? So, but because in their mind it's so hard to find the cracks in your mask, they're like, they have a better mask than me, and they want to act like you, because it's a weird mixture of envy and admiration. It's just a weird mixture of that. So you'll find that you're being made fun of while they're copying what you're doing. You're being put down while they copy what you're doing. Or you'll find that every time you try something new that that they envy, they will make fun of it. And when they see that you don't stop because of their put downs, you're continuing, and they're actually seeing the results of what you do, you'll see them doing it as well. And suddenly you have to forget that they were making fun of you, and all of a sudden now they want to share information, or they suddenly talk the same points you were making because they saw that, okay, you can't beat them, join them type of thing, and then because you are someone who is not jealous, you're not going to be like, oh, you should stop doing this because I'm doing it. You allow them to do what you do too. But the thing is, because for them it doesn't come from an authentic place, it comes from a competitive space. They lose, they don't have the will or even the interest in whatever you're doing, because they weren't doing it because of genuine interest. They were doing it because they want the results while you are doing it for the journey. So they give out, and then you'll see that once again they start making fun of you, being resentful, or just being irritated by you, because now they don't just envy you, but because you're continuing, they didn't continue, they see themselves as the loser, and they wonder like, why don't you give out, like, why don't you give out? So they fail at being you, and they don't understand. You'll find that they are irritated by you sometimes. When you walk by, it's like some days they are good, but then some days they are just, you can feel the irritation. You're not being paranoid or being delusional or saying things like, imagine having to be around someone you don't like but you admire at the same time. Like, the thing is about insecure personalities is they can't stay away from people they don't like, because the people they don't like, they usually don't like them because there's something that they want from those people. So in your own mind, you're like, why would someone be my friend if they don't like me? Why would someone date me if they don't like me? Because you can't fathom why someone would want to surround themselves with someone they don't like, especially if they're not family. Because with family, it's kind of understandable, because even though you're not entirely stuck with your family, but it's much it just does the more complex situation. But then with friendships and relationships, you're like, or acquaintances, you're like, why, if this person didn't like me all along, why were they my friend? Why do they come to date me? Like, why do they continuously want to be around me even though they don't like me? Because the thing is with these people, you may have tried this as well, where, okay, you see their weird behavior and you sort of like distance yourself, and the moment you distance yourself, it's like they come back stronger, and it's just a crazy making tactic, because you don't understand why, if someone doesn't like me this much, why do they pursue me? This is when you have to use your own discernment and not gaslight yourself and trust your logic. Normal, stable people pursue people they like, and when they realize that they don't like you, they step back. Or if they look at you and they realize that they don't like you for whatever reason, they leave you alone, or they show you that they don't like you from the get-go and they don't pursue a close personal relationship with you. But unstable, insecure people, they will pursue you when they realize that they don't like you for whatever reason, and they have a certain plan with their pursuit. So it's not, they realize that access can also provide them an opportunity to destroy you. These are not people who just realize, oh, I don't like this person, and they move on with their life. They want to eliminate you. They want to devour you, and they want to annihilate you to make sure that you do not exist, because to them, they don't reflect. Okay, they don't reflect. They destroy their problems so that they continue as normal. So a normal person, when you don't realize you don't like someone, you may, dabble in that feeling a little bit, but then you'll ask yourself, why don't I like this person? And you will sort of reflect the things that come out for you. But an unstable, insecure person will make you the source of their problems. They see you as the source of because you bring out certain things for them. They do not think to dive deeper into those things. No, they are like, okay, you are reflecting certain things that I do not want to recognize about myself, so I should break the mirror that is you, instead of looking at the reflection or at what is being reflected. They will want to break the mirror. But the thing is, sometimes in order to break the mirror and to make sure that the mirror doesn't realize it's being broken, you want to get closer to the mirror. That's just how some people work, and you need to realize these things in order to be safe in this world. You need to realize that this world has polarity. You cannot go with the bias that everyone thinks like you, and it's a human thing. All of us have this thing. Just like evil people or unstable, insecure people think that everyone thinks like them. Everyone is as evil as them, so that they don't feel bad about their own evilness. Kind people and genuine people think that everyone else is as genuine as them, and that is where we get ourselves in trouble, by thinking that everyone thinks like us. So you're not crazy. And the thing is, another thing that I want to tell you is, do not take yourself out of the competition. When you realize someone is in a competition with you, do not try to participate, and also do not change how you live for them in order to prove that you're not in a competition. Do not prove anything. Just continue with the pace that you're doing things. Even though it is annoying when you realize that someone is in an unspoken competition with you, make sure that you create some distance. Continue doing things how you're doing. Do not let them make you act more or less than you would. Just have that indifference. Let them just burn themselves out, because the thing is, authenticity will never die down. Even though they are copying you, and they may seem like they are doing much better when they're copying you, the reason why they seem like they're doing better is because they are in a competition in their mind. But they will lose their steam because they are not genuinely interested in whatever they are copying, or they're not really interested. They don't really care. They just want to outdo you, and the only way to win is to be indifferent and continue doing what you do. The only thing that matters when you are surrounded by such people is to create distance. If you can, physical distance. If you can't, for example, if it's a workspace or family, emotional distancing. Distance. Cut out access any way possible, because when you're in this type of situation, especially when it's family or a relationship, you think that, I must shrink myself, because you get tired of feeling like you are in a real life Big Brother. This is how it feels to be in such relationships. You feel like you are in a real life Big Brother where the eyes are constantly on you. The eyes are constantly on you. Every little thing you do is magnified, whether it's good or bad. So a simple mistake that you make will be magnified. Something good you make will be magnified and then copied. So it's like you are like you are a celebrity in these spaces where everything you do is headlines, and that can be annoying when you're in such families, friend groups, or relationship. And you are right, it's not normal to be constantly surveilled by people you are in a personal relationship with. So distance is the only way, if not physical, emotional distance, because what they like is seeing you crash out or having emotional reactions. So make sure to teach yourself emotional detachment, or physically distancing yourself when you see such a person in your circle. Okay, you're not being delusional, you're not being crazy. A lot of people can love and hate you at the same time, and it's so confusing, and you don't have to use your brain power to try and understand how they're thinking. No. Weird people are weird, okay? Understand that there are emotionally stable people out there in the world who do not act like this, and they are very predictable and safe. You will know when they like you, you will know when they don't like you, okay? They will not pretend or strategize these weird plans. Nope. So you're not being crazy, okay? Stay on the course, stay on the journey. Emotionally distance or physically distance. Cut out access to you, cut out proximity to you, okay? And do not participate in any competition that you did not consent to, okay? See you on the next video.